Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and I'm back after a long time, you know. So today the video will be about IELTS writing task 1. I've covered all the do's and don'ts. So definitely the video will help you to score a satisfactory band as you want. So not taking much of your time, let's get back to the action. So talking about IELTS writing task 1. It's basically a picture-based task which asks the examiner to summarize the given picture. The picture may be anything, a graph, a pie chart, a diagram, a process diagram, or anything. You'll have to summarize the given information of the task in around 150 words. The word limit should can be exceeded, but it cannot be less. If the word limit is less, then you definitely lose some marks there. So this video will be based upon IELTS writing task 1 and do's and don'ts and many tips and tricks. The common type of question which the user have to answer in IELTS task in writing task 1 are the line graphs. These are the most common and mostly asked type of pictures. These and pie graphs. These are the most common and primitive type. So in line graph, a common line graph is given. The topic can be anything, the weather forecast, the shopping in the city, or anything like population or anything. You'll have to summarize the given task in around 4 paragraphs and around 150 plus words. I suggest word limit should be around 160 to 180 words. That's feasible limit. So we should follow that. This is the common example of line graph. The graph below shows the population of India and China since the year 2000, and it predicts the population growth until the year 2050. So we'll have to summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make relevant comparisons of the graph. Here is the graph. This is the graph population growth of India and China. This is India, the blue line is India, this one, and this China. So here we'll have to see the graph that follow the trends. It can be anything. The second and most important type is the bar charts. The bar charts are like once again these are common type of questions and it covers multiple charts. Like it can be anything, it can be vertical or horizontal both. So this is the example of the bar chart. The chart represents the weight measurement of people living in Charlestown in 1955 and 2015. So we'll have to summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons. So this is the chart weight assessment of inhabitants of Charlestown in 2015. So this is the age range 20 to 29, 30. So 10 is the range from where the graph starts and 69 till 69 it goes. So these are the references. The brown ones are underweight, green are ideal weight, yellow are overweight, and like these dark oranges are obese. So we'll have to like summarize the main features of these graph and compare these graph in the 4 paragraphs we'll write. So I'll tell you the format of these 4 paragraphs. Like common format will be given in the video, so stay tuned. Next, most common IELTS writing task 1 is pie charts. Pie charts like these are common but not as common as line graphs and bar charts. So like but these can be a type. Example of pie charts are this pie chart is given. The chart below shows the reason why people travel to work by bicycle or car. Same, we'll have to summarize the graph and highlight the main feature or compare the two given charts. So one thing we'll have to keep in mind that if there are two charts given, for most cases we'll have to compare the charts. So that will be the main basis of our writing task. So these are the references, these are the charts, and these are the reasons. Type are tables. These are very rarely asked but are asked. So these can be of varied topics, like the table given shows the information about language with the most native speakers. So these are the languages, number of native speakers spoken as national additional language, number of total speakers. Like here we can generate two trends from here, the most and the least. The comparison can be done. So next type are process diagrams. These are commonly asked and are very scoring and comparatively easiest form of writing task 1 question. So it is very necessary if the process diagram comes, and we can by heart the format of this process diagram, it becomes very easy for us to score a 3 on 3 band in writing task 1. Just we'll have to keep in mind that using good grammar and vocab will boost the chances of getting a band we all want. Like 7+ band is easily achievable if the process diagram is asked in the question and we are on to the target. So process diagram is example. In this example, the diagram shows the structure that is used to generate electricity from wave power. So this is the process diagram. We'll have to move from one part of the diagram to the another, from start to the end, and describe each and every process from para 1 to para 4. Maps. These are not generally asked in writing task 1, but they may rarely occur if your fate is bad, I guess we can say, because these are very typical and it takes hard work to formulate a writing task 1 essay based on these. So a common example of these are the diagram below shows the changes that have taken place at Queen Mary Hospital since its construction in 1960. So you can all write these questions on Google and can find relevant examples of different bands. So that will give you an idea how to formulate any passage based on these. So these were some types of questions that can be asked in writing task 1. So move on to the format. That's the most important thing. In first para, that will have to write the intro of the given question, given diagram. So in intro we'll have to just formulate or just paraphrase this given line, the diagram, and remember we do not have to repeat the words. For example, if it's given the diagram shows, so instead of the phrases like the diagram shows, we can use phrase like the picture represents or the picture depicts structure, or we can use skeletal instead of structure, and we'll have to paraphrase the given question, and we'll have to make sure that we are not repeating the words which are given in the question. So this was about our first paragraph. Rephrase the given question. The given question using heavy words. Here heavy words means good vocab, good synonym, like heavy synonyms, which makes the chances of getting a good band very easy and achievable. In second paragraph, the writing material depends upon the type of question we are asked. If we are given a table and we'll have to compare the two tables, then we'll formulate the increasing trends or decreasing trends or fluctuation where the ups and downs are there. Sometimes the situation may be on peak and sometimes it can be declined. So it totally depends upon the type of question. For instance, if we talk about process diagrams, the second paragraph will be an overview paragraph of both diagrams A and B, highlighting the main feature. Like, it will be a summary, a short summary of both A and B, but it would not be the same for tables. Like, the second paragraph for this table will be the number of speakers. Here we will highlight the topmost language, like Meridian Chinese, it around 900 million, and the least one, Portuguese, 203 millions. So these are the things we'll have to look it in our questions, from where we can formulate our paragraph. That will be the key to our success in the writing task 1. So the third paragraph and fourth paragraph will be the features. Like, for example, this also totally depends upon the question. For example, if we talk about process diagram, in third paragraph we'll have to describe the picture A, right from top to end, and from second and in the last paragraph we'll have to describe the diagram B. So this is the about process diagram. In table type of question, in first paragraph, first we'll talk about we can say 1 2 3 4 5 6 languages are there. So we'll cover first 3 and highlight the main features. First 3, Mandarin, Chinese, Hindi and Spanish, in the third paragraph, and the rest 3 in the fourth paragraph, highlighting the main features. In pie chart, we'll talk about the first pie chart in the third para and the last pie chart in the fourth para, and the second para will be comprised of the main features of the both. In bar chart system, same, the third para will consist of the first diagram assessment and the second para will consist of third diagram assessment. Likewise, in line graphs also, we'll highlight the main features of first one, that is India, like the trends in the growing and something like that. And in the fourth paragraph we'll highlight the main features, like in the year 2025, I guess, the Chinese population will be at peak and it will be a declining trend, and by the year 2050 the peak will come down. And in India we can see that these are there are constant growth, so we'll have to maintain and highlight these things in the last 2 paragraphs. So these are the things we'll have to follow while writing task 1 in IELTS. These are the format. If any one of you wants this format or anything from this, you can DM me on my Instagram. I'll just mail you or send you wherever it's possible and feasible. So some 0 pointers that are like tips and tricks we'll have to remember. For intro, we should never use the same words as the question. As I told earlier, instead of the picture we can write the diagram. Instead of diagram we can write picture or any synonym related to that. Instead of show we can write depicts, represents, and many synonyms are there. So I hope you would have understood the first point. Many people does this mistake. Second one is the most common mistake people make: never write the task in bullets. Like, I've seen in many videos of IDP and British Council also, they get copies where the writing task 1 is written in bullets. Like, if you write your task in bullets, your marks are gone. So never write your task in bullets. Try not to repeat the word. It's the common and most given advice. Never repeat the words. If you repeat the words after a certain amount of words, like after 2 or 3 count, the IELTS examiner sees to it that you are spamming the content, so it have a bad impression and it shows that you are short of your vocab. So And the fourth and least final most tip: use compressive and complex synonyms to make the word more heavy. So these were the common tips and tricks. Like, these are the basic tricks we should follow while maintaining our task. If anyone wants this PDF or anything, or any help or any suggestion, you can DM me on my Instagram. Thank you.